So I have a question.
Okay.
So number 12. I seem to be able to get the first part, A and B, but for some reason my C isn't working. So I just figured if you could go through 512, that'd be great.
512. So we're going to hope and pray that this works. So first thing we're going to do is load the data with the XLS read and hope that I have the data file in my folder, acedata.xlxs.
So whenever we have data files like this, do you prefer us to use XLS read or
Yes.
do you? Okay. Yeah, because I've been importing it just because on a previous.
When I go back to run your code to grade it, then I have to import it too. Whereas if you do this XLS read, it brings it in for me, and it's less work on the grader.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yay! It works. See, the one downfall of doing this is there's my data. It brings it in as a matrix rather than, in the import you can have it set up to bring it in as separate variables. This just requires a little extra effort on your part. So what we want here we go. So ACE index is equal to data, and we want all the rows from the second column. And we're plotting it against year is going to be all the rows from the first column. And so we're going to plot this on a plot. So we're going to do a plot of year versus the ACE index. Was there any formatting on that? No, but I really prefer that you title and label all of your axes and plots. I lost points on my first lab that I did at the University of Utah because I didn't title something. And ever since then, I've always been pushing my students to make sure they include labels and titles and everything else. So X label is year, and Y label is index. Oh, that's another change she said is coming. All these single quotation marks that I just put in, they're now got to be double quotation marks. Something about making it easier if you needed to have an apostrophe in your text. Okay, so there's your plot. Yippee skippy. Okay, so that was part A. So part B. Is calculate the mean ACE value. Easy to draw a line on your graph. Okay, so we need to find the mean of that. So we'll call it capitalized so that we don't lose our MATLAB function for finding the average. Okay, and we'll plot that out so we can see what it is. Oh, look at that, it's 100.59 deuce. Okay, so now to plot a straight line we need 2 points, the beginning point and the end point, and they got to be put together as vectors. So our x values, we'll think that is going to be the first data point in the first column of data. Okay, that's our year vector. So I want the first year, and I'm going to make this a vector, and it's going to be data with a T, there you go. The last row in column 1. I hope this works. It should work. I'm the teacher. I say it works. So there we go. So we got the first year and the last year set up as a vector x. And then y is going to be our mean twice. And this will give us a straight line across there. So now if we come down here and do a hold on and plot x comma y, hold off, put a space in there, stupid, there you go, there you go. And we just drew a line across there at the average. Okay, everybody get that part right? Anybody get that part right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so part C, use the filter function to find a running weighted average of the ACE data over a 10-year period using the following syntax, assuming you have named the data ACE. Okay, so copying directly out of the book, running average ACE is going to equal filter. Okay, so ones. What does this ones do? Anybody?
Does it create an array of ones?
It creates an array of ones that has one row with 10 columns. And then a 1 comma, and then mine's not labeled ACE, it's labeled data, so I'm going to put a data here. And we're going to see what that gives us. Woohoo! That gives us a whole bunch of funky looking. Oh, extracted. Okay, so we just want the extracted, not the whole thing. So this will be ACE index. I was going to say that's way too many data points. There we go. And then it wants us to plot how many elements is it? Running average of 61, so that it wants us to plot that. Create a plot on the x-axis. Create a plot on the year versus. Okay, so we're going to have, we're going to do this in a new figure. We're going to do this in a new figure, he said. I know you said that, but why aren't you doing it? Because I'm stupid. There we go. So let's plot our year and our ACE index and our year and our running average ACE. And then did this have formats on it too? Okay, it didn't. And let's see what happens. See if it blows up on us. Look at the smoke coming out. Okay, so this is the running average of your data as it's being plotted.